Oh god. Where do I put this? What? Okay, do I put it like here? What? That works. I guess so. I'm playing Spongebob. And I'm thinking about like scary video game moments. And it's not necessarily Patrick in this case that's scary, although I wanted to get here because, in case you don't know, this game is all about kind of like getting upgrades and power-ups for both of your playable characters.
Okay, Patrick. Since you've brought me enough Goofy Goober tokens, you may now use the cartwheel move.
So basically the idea is I wasn't able to spin like this to do a cartwheel previously, but now I can because I've unlocked enough Goofy Goober tokens. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. It will be relevant later. Alright, so that's that level done. Yeah, I have retro achievements on. Sorry about that. I guess that kind of breaks the immersion.
Morning, SpongeBob.
Oh my god, 8 o'clock! They couldn't even afford to get the full movie in there, man. It's like wasting megabytes. My eyes look very blue when there's light being blasted directly into them. Okay.
This road will take you through.
These parts suck. I'm just gonna fast forward. Has anyone ever thought of this? Like, just doing like a normal Let's Play, but instead of like a Let's Play, it's like you just fast forward through the whole game and you don't make any commentary. I feel like I could kind of break the mold doing that. I just noticed that like the upgrade bar, like the line that shows up is like not aligned correctly on the emulator. Yeah, I'm playing this on the emulator, I'm sorry. I could have like busted out my PS2 and real copy of this, which I do have in my living room, but I didn't want to do that. Alright, that's the end of that. So now that we're done with this level, I think it's time for our story to officially begin. So, this is my first time playing this game, 2006, 2005, somewhere around there. I'm playing through the game, and this is one of my first games ever, so I don't really know how the games work. I'm just kind of like pressing buttons on the controller. I don't really know what I'm doing. And it's very important to understand this because my experience here is the perfect representation of a very small, very blank, unaware, unassuming child.
SpongeBob, if you want to reach those towers, you'll need to learn the bash move.
Bash? How can I learn that?
I can teach you, but you'll need more Goofy Goober tokens first.
So you see how like the game tells you exactly what to do here in like English? I didn't listen. So instead of collecting legitimately one more Goofy Goober token from this level or this level, instead I thought, well, I have free will. I can go forward. So this plank here, there's an icon with the punch symbol. Again, very clearly telling you that the only way to get past here is to bash upwards. In fact, I'm just going to show you how you're supposed to do this right now. What if I didn't actually? In my wisdom, I was considering instead just kind of jumping over the pit. But they thought of this. You can't do it because there's cactus. Cacti, plentiful amounts of it. So that should be my first clue to, like, not do that. Because you die. You become cheese. SpongeBob meets his untimely demise. But I just continue doing it. This is really hard. I wonder if I should turn around and collect another Goofy Goober token from a different level. SpongeBob. You have broken my game. We designed this game just for you. And you have made a mockery. Heavy Iron Studios spent at least $1 million making this game. And you have decided, in your 3D polygonal wisdom, to go your own path. Okay, Sponge. Okay. Well, it's a tough world out there. And if you want to face it yourself, well, then how about you fucking try it? Here, an enemy that you can only kill by bashing it in its ass. So, I have no means of killing him. Like, if you do this, you can't do it. So we just have to ignore him. We actually cannot do anything about him, so he's just going to live over there, and that's fine. Here we are at number 2. And this was actually pretty easy. Again, you're supposed to hit this from the bottom, and then this one goes over there. But you can actually just very easily just do this. We're shutting this video down. Just imagine, like, me, age 7, which is, like, too old to not read, by the way. Like, again, this is all because I did not read the instructions that Mindy clearly gave. Even if I couldn't read, who needs reading when you could just do that? All right, so now we have 2 more of you. As previously stated, we cannot do anything about you. Oh yes, this level has Plankton yelling at you the whole time. Now, of course, what you're supposed to do in this level is use the aforementioned bash maneuver to hit this button and destroy Plankton's propaganda machine, as they call it. And then that'll break this thing down and then create a bridge going to the other side. So that's cool. But what if instead of that, you just jump up here? I'm 7. What would that be? 3rd grade? Maybe 2nd grade? And I'm just sitting there in front of my CRT cathode ray tube television. And I am just stupid. I should have just gone back to the paddy wagon. It'd be easy enough. It's what you're supposed to do. But instead, I just sat here doing this for hours, and at no point did I stop to consider that maybe there's a different way. In the mind of a child, it's a beautiful thing. They're very resilient, actually. Because they will just bump their head against the wall as much as they need to. You know, some people kind of grow out of this mentality of just sheer resilience like this. But some people don't. And that's kind of the beauty of the human experience if you think about it, where we just all have our own kind of interpretations of the world, and you know, in a way that's beautiful. But the problem with that is there a problem with that? Did I do exactly this? I'm now starting to reconsider my method. I just realized that Plankton's telling me to give up. You know, he is the villain. I shouldn't listen to him. You know, I'm giving up. I'm gonna look at a speedrun. Ah, right. There it is. You see that my problem was I was trying to ledge grab on the ledge, but instead you have to ledge grab on God's given platform. We are now officially in very deep waters here. The game expects you to have the bash, certainly by this point. You have to do like 3 of these, and that's just kind of a lot. And like there might be some way to like jump across this ledge here over there, but that's not why I'm making this video. I'm sure as I was kind of just messing around here, you know what? I probably tried to jump over there because then you could kind of like go over, you can say hi to these guys. But I want you to really pay attention to this water. Do you see it? Right there. I'm going to point at my monitor and I'll put my finger over it in post. There's a seam there. And what you may notice is that when you jump over to this part, it's not really water. It is a farce. As such, you can go under the water. Now, this already is pretty scary. If I've lost you at this point, I totally get it. But we're not even at the half of it yet. I wonder if you can like make yourself sink just by doing this. It's actually like it's a solid object. That's fucking weird. What if I jump on this? Oh, right. It's mostly kind of normal over here, but what you may notice is that right by where the seam in the water is, there's this little crack in the rock here. And here, well, here's the abyss. There's seams in the world like this. Some of you may have seen it, but if you haven't, you know, if you go around certain cracks and crevices, you'll find little seams like this. And I'm also 7, so I see this and I'm like, oh, well, what have I done so far? I've pressed forward. So if I do that this time, surely it'll be the same. Violence and gore warning. All right, here we go. So anyway, that's the scariest moment I've ever seen in a video game. And then I never played video games again, and I became a jock at my school. Anyway, happy Halloween. If you see that behind your backyard, then I guess that's what will happen. So, you know, alrighty.